Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Bone Bug project, I guess we'll call it. Since the last time you've seen the bug, I wonder if you can see me actually, that's a good point. We'll just edge the camera around a little bit. The joys of being a single person filming. So yeah, since the last time you've seen this bug, it has been, well, if I was to compare it to a bug or an insect, I would compare it to a wasp. Very annoying. I went out the second test run with it after I changed the oil seals in the gearbox, the rear of the engine, and the rear of the gearbox. Took it out, went around my local village, halfway home, conked out, went to start it up and started blowing smoke out the carburetor and out the oil filler plug, or cap even. So yeah, engine out. I tried to remove the head in the bug, but these two lovely studs were seized in. So yeah, engine out, head off eventually. Was an absolute nightmare to get off. Engine totally stripped. And found out the main bearings were all absolutely goosed. That's not the one I was wanting to pick up. There we go. So you might be able to see there, it's the copper through. The white metal's totally gone. So it was knackered. So I changed the main bearings. I was going to put new big end bearings in it. The pistons, everything I thought looked okay. Until I spun the engine round again after putting the new big end, well, main bearings in it, and you may notice I've got a liner in my hand. I just by chance run my finger up the inside like that, and I went, oh, there's a great big lip on the inside. Basically the engine is totally goosed. These were all worn out, the liners. Because the liners was badly worn out, I took the decision that the pistons are probably worn out as well. So that's a box of tape. That's what I get for putting that there. I was actually at a car show yesterday, so everything's still a bit hectic. So yeah, the engine has gotten a box of bits. So tonight, before I film this, because I wasn't actually planning on filming it tonight, I've actually got the new liners in it. So this is brand new 850 liners, which thankfully you can get, unlike the 700 ones that we had to get made. So there's new liners in it, and out of camera sight, we have got tonight's job. New pistons, which should just sit into there. Well, it did fit a minute ago. Oh, it's because I'm squinted. Try this one. There we go. And always remember, when they go in, once we put the corn rods on them, they'll sit that way. Oh, why that one wasn't put in. They could be paired to their liners. So we'll leave that one sitting there, just for the sake of it. And, well, I won't even move the camera for tonight's job because I'll take the job over to here. So, because the liners are in, the pistons were all inside them. And yes, I will have to go back and forth a few times just to get all the pistons. And this. So here we have the pistons as they came in the liners. Brand new, no rings. Actually no, that won't sit there very well. We'll just... Ah, there we go, that's better. Right, we'll use that one there. Now, what I've got here is the ring set for them. And I'm sure, hopefully it's the right way around. You'll see 1, 2 and 3. And pictures next to them telling you the location. So this is the 3 rings for each piston. And to make sure you don't mess it up, they also give you the location. So, using the handy, very expensive Regal table, as it's quite commonly becoming. But don't worry, that doesn't mean it's stalled. The Regal is still ongoing. I've just been very, very busy with work. And I've picked the wrong ring out to start, which is always a good start. What I was doing with the other one is, because the third ring's lowest down, I've been starting with it. And to get it on, starting from the bottom of the piston, giving it a little stretch over. Do not break the rings, that is not the idea here. Just pull it over like that, slip it up, and it's in position. Same again with ring number 2, except I'm going to come from the top, just like that, over the top, and that's actually jumped into piston ring 1. We don't want it in there. So we get that one moving again. The way to do it is give it a bit of flex. There we go. That's into ring number 2. Just check, you can't see me, yeah. I was just double checking that. I'm very wary that he wasn't getting to see what I was doing there. And piston ring number, that's 2 there, yeah. Right, and piston ring number 1, which is the top one. So it's not the best of view when I'm putting these on, but you're just basically slipping these over the top of the pistons, like that. Now something very important, obviously the piston has an arrow on it, that comes to this end of the engine, that's always to the front. But more importantly, before we fit these into the engine, I'll do this just now because we can't fit the big ends, well we can't fit the con rods tonight because we don't have the big ends, so we're not doing that. But anyway, that ring is sitting there with a gap. Ring number 2 is 180 degrees round. Ring number 3 is near enough back to 180, but I turn it just ever so slightly back, so it's between 180 and 90 degrees from the previous piston ring gap. And that is so the gases and anything doesn't leak past the rings and the rings do their job. So that's that 2 in place. So let's get number 3, which once again are all sitting actually on the bug. So I've got a Regal table tonight and I've got a bug table tonight. Before I'll do this one, I'll give you a little update on what's all been happening. I know a lot of you have probably been missing some of the videos this last wee while. Well, I hope you've been missing them. I mean, if you've not even noticed they haven't been on, then maybe I shouldn't be doing the videos. But no, basically, I've been had a lot of commitments at work, and with working further away than normally, as in 2 hours from where I stay, that has made a, shall we say, slight impact on coming home and wanting to go out to the workshop and usually film as well as do work. So what tends to have happened this last while is instead of coming out and filming, I come out and I do a few odd jobs and then I go, that'll do for tonight, and I go inside. So yeah, there's a lack of content on the channel because of that. The other reason, one big reason, is that I've been busy getting the 700 subscriber special car basically home here, and also I had to get it in such a condition that it wouldn't deteriorate more, because it was quite bad when it arrived here compared to what it was when it well, I guess when it set off on its journey is the best way to put it. So I'm just double checking all these rings are in the right place, like that. So yeah, it's been quite hectic this last while, guys. Now, I know I should have oil in this, and I will have oil in this when it's built, but as I say, this is purely dry assembly, just to put them together, and it lets you see what's actually happening in the workshop, and gives you a slight update on what's going on. So this is kind of a bone bug / update video, I guess we could call it. But anyway, so I've been busy with the new special car, so I'd love to tell you heaps about it, But I've been quite strategic in where I placed the camera. It's not in the workshop, and there's nothing in here that belongs on it. There's something that could belong in it that's in here, but quite frankly, it's that difficult to find it, you wouldn't find it. And it's not in camera view. So, basically, when we hit 700 subscribers, which I really hope we do, we will unveil the new project car. And hopefully you guys like it. Because filming the unveiling video of it was rather fun. So, apart from that, other things that have been ongoing, as you'll have seen in the previous video on the channel, was the super van, which is now running. I still need to get a battery to fit it, so that's on my to-do list at the moment. And I also need to get a hold of a fuel filler cap, which is on my to-do list. So that will be sorted out in the very close future. And then, at the moment, if my plans do work, I hope to get into paint this weekend. So that, hopefully, will mean it goes away for a little while. And when it goes away for a little while, I get space in the shed again. Which means I might get the trotter's van inside. And it needs a couple of little bits done to it. So it's a perfect chance to get on with them. But apart from that, there's not much more been happening. The Bond Bug's getting some attention. The Kitten's engine is where we left it, waiting for basically exactly the same as what the Bond Bug's getting. And yeah, it's kind of at that stage. So basically, that's all I'm doing tonight, because it's actually getting late on and I don't fancy starting doing the con rod swapping over, because it's just not worth it. And when it's later on in your rush jobs, this is when rings can get broken, when you don't compress them right, and yeah, we don't want that happening. So, rather than rush this, because I've still to give the head a scrape actually, so we'll give that a scrape as well before we do anything else. But yeah, apart from that, that's kind of it for this episode. It's kind of a short one, compact one. In fact, there is one thing I've just realised it has changed and I forgot to tell you, and I'm actually leaning against it. The Regal has got some gel coat on it, waiting to be sanded to get a second layer of gel coat on it, just to thicken it up a bit more. So yeah, there's some progress on the Regal happened since the last time you've seen it. But it will be getting a video coming out soon with the Regal as well, when we go and sand it and put the second coat of gel coat on. The reason I didn't film this one going on is I've never done gel coating before, and I quite was keen to learn how to do it through my own time instead of filming it and making all the mistakes. So yeah, the Regal's progressing. It needs an exhaust, and then maybe I could see if it would start again. The joys. So yeah, there's progress in the shed. Just slow progress. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this short little update on the Bond Bug and everything else that's going on. And no spoilers for the 700 special. And if any of you did see the special when YouTube made the, shall we say, technical glitch of putting it on when I put it on private, then please do not spoil it for everyone else. Keep the vehicle identity hidden. When we hit 700 subscribers, it will be unveiled for you all to see. And I really do hope you guys enjoy it. So guys, thanks for watching this episode. What I'm going to do is, I'll stick in some photos at the end of this coming to bits. And I think I've got some of the Bond Bug when it was out on the road as well. So we'll get some of those stuck in so you can see what's been happening. I have got a nice photo of this outside, but I can't show you it because it's unfortunately got the 700 subscriber special on it. Yeah. Not to worry, you can see photos of this another time and I'll crop out the other cars. Well, other cars is some of them you know, and well, the 700 you don't know, and there's one there that you might have seen on the channel, but it's never featured. It is going to come to the channel in the near future. First I've got to fix the ramp to get it out of its storage first, as I put it in at the weekend and it broke the ramp. But yeah, that's a slight technical hitch. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Bond Bug project and a short update. If you want to keep up to date with all these videos, remember and subscribe to the channel. If you've liked this video, hit the like button, comment, let me know what you're thinking. Tell me if I've done something wrong. I'm sure I have, because as you will know, I am self-taught most of these things. Genuinely, I do not know correct procedures. I have just been taught how to do it by looking it up and just giving it a go. So I am always learning, and I hope someday to be able to be going, well, this is the exact way I've been told to do it by blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm going to go and get cracking and get tidied up to go inside, and we'll leave this till tomorrow night, and I'll bring you back, hopefully to get the con rods and the pistons in it, and I think we can get the sump on it as well. Yeah, we can completely rebuild the bottom half of the engine, and it's just the cylinder head that needs to go away to get rebuilt. So yeah, fun times, and hopefully everything takes good progress. I also need to take some emery paper and give these a clean, because we don't want the cylinder head sticking on them again. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.